The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
In our series, The United States of Addiction, we've been revealing the nation's struggle with drug abuse. In our first story, things got out of control in a Missouri town when some residents went on a naked rampage. The cause of this strange behavior? You'll have a look.
Rioting, screaming, public destruction. No, we're not describing a scene from a popular zombie TV show. This is real life. Police in the small town of Sullivan, Missouri, had a surge of insane reports that included people barking like dogs, breaking windows, and even some individuals showering in soda water. The incident has authorities tracing it all back to a man-made drug named Flakka. Flakka has a similar makeup as bath salts, which have been known to cause such disturbing behavior as cannibalism. The synthetic drug Flakka can be consumed by eating, snorting, and it can even be inhaled with an electronic cigarette. This all comes on the heels of the nationwide opioid epidemic that many believe have people searching for anything when their drugs run out. As the opioid craze continues to surge, will towns like Sullivan become a nationwide norm?
I'll tell you, there are more and more of these synthetic drugs. Flakka is made from a compound called alpha PVP. That's a chemical cousin of cathinone, an amphetamine-like drug found in bath salts. And, you know, this has also been mixed with meth, which is what they believe happened in this Missouri town. I'm sure as a judge, you have seen this kind of wild, crazy behavior that can only be explained by
drugs.
By drugs. I mean, there's no one else would do that. No one else. There's no reason to bathe in soda water, right?
Well, that's the nature of this particular drug. I mean, the craziness that it causes in the mind. And it was like the rave out in Florida in 2015. I mean, it was a big deal in Florida at that point. And some delegates from Broward County went out to China and said, please stop exporting this particular drug. And they did, and then there was a total slowdown, but apparently it's back somehow.
How do you, as a judge, when something like this occurs, because I know a couple of them were arrested, they're under the influence of a substance that is technically legal.
Yes.
How do you educate that?
You're arresting them because of their criminal behavior.
Right.
Okay, disorderly conduct, for instance, is probably the most popular because they get out of control. You have people jumping off bridges. You have people running naked on the freeway.
You don't get a
break.
We did
that back in college, but we didn't need the drugs.
But let's just say they come into court and they're extremely remorseful and they say, Judge Mary, honestly, my friend gave this to me. I didn't know what I was taking. It was legal. I thought it was fine because we were able to get it in a smoke shop. Do you lessen maybe their sentence? Because the truth is, with these substances, because they're legal, a lot of people will try them thinking they're safer.
No, I get into their faces and I say, dude, I mean, what are you thinking? First of all, I always used it in my juvenile drug court, this example. I would say to these kids, because K2, you could go into the store, buy it, it was legal, and these kids would be getting high and dying off of it. And I'd say, hey, listen, you're putting this crap into your system. Seriously? You're going to take and put something into your system and you don't know what it is?
It's like Russian roulette.
Absolutely.
You might as well take a loaded gun and...
Yes.
Are there some people who are using this? It's, say, $3 to $5 for a hit as compared to a lot more for other drugs. Are people using this because it's something they can get their hands on? Maybe they're addicted to opiates, and this is something they can take?
It's a cheap high, and that's what you want. When you are addicted to something, in myself, alcohol, what you're thinking about is, how do I, and I haven't done it, it'll be 15 years. So your thought process, and mine would be when I'd get home from work, do I have enough stuff in the refrigerator, the beer, I like the blackberry brandy, do I have enough of it to get me through the night to fall asleep to be able to get up and function the next day? So when you're a drug addict, I don't think it's any different. How am I gonna maintain that good feeling? Where am I gonna get it? And how cheap?
You mentioned Florida. There was a 19-year-old college student in Florida who was allegedly on Flakka, and so they say that he murdered 2 people maybe, and then attempted murder of a third person. When the police showed up, he was gnawing on the face of one of his victims. It took 4 policemen, a dog, and a stun gun to remove.
And apparently the effects of this drug last longer than the others, like bath crystals.